Man, let's go. Pick 'em pros. Man, hey, last week was an anomaly. If you go back to season 2022, the first 2 weeks that I started off, I had to give you guys a little bit of a lead, make you feel good because I was a new guy on the block. And then the same thing this year, Derek. I mean, I don't want to just come in disrespecting what you guys put together and acting like I'm the man all the time, winning all the games. Dude, I gotta let y'all win sometime. So the first week was the best week to let y'all win. And you barely did that. You only went 10-6. But enjoy it for this week. You got the chain, you got the trophy. Go ahead and enjoy it.
It's one of those things. You can't throw good money after bad. If you make a bad investment, you just have to eat that. You know what I'm saying? You can't then try to overcompensate and throw good money and try to make it right. Some things you just can't make it right. Week one is week one. It's what it was. I blew y'all out. That's just what it was. You can't make up for that.
This one especially. This is Browns versus Steelers Monday night.
Oh, yeah. You are crazy on this one. I don't know what you smoking. We need to have you tested. What grade are you in? You smoking already? Wow.
This is former Chicago Bear Desmond Clark. And y'all hear me on many podcasts, but when y'all hear me on Pick 'em Pros, y'all know it's all about family. This ain't just business.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You know who it is. I am Derek Thompson.
And I'm Diego Thompson.
And who are we?
We're Pick 'em Pros.
We are the Pick 'em Pros coming back at you in the house. Episode, man, I don't know what episode it is. 57, 58, one of those. I think it's 58. Anyway, we're getting into that territory. But, hey, father-son dynamic duo. We are doing something a little different today. We are driving home. So you'll see a little bullshit here. We're driving home. You know, my co-host is in school, middle school student. Yep. So we gotta maximize our time. So with your homework and your busy football schedule, we don't have time to record the episode this week while we're at home. So between all those obligations, we got to do it on the ride home. So some of our episodes, you know, we might do on the way to school, might do on the way home. So we're doing this one that way. But how's practice, man? You ready for the big game tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm ready. Ready for a game, a long road game, about an hour and a half away.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun, though. It's going to be fun to get some road action in.
It'll be a lot of fun. Going to Harrell's, North Carolina. So playing Harrell's Christian Academy. So that's going to be a lot of fun. All right. Well, let's get into these picks again. The episode today, we are focused on week 2 NFL. We all know what happened week 1. Your boy did his thing. Clearly here, I got the chain here. As you can see, again, Pick 'em Pros chain came back home, belongs to me. Ain't no chain for you, Desmond Clark. Desmond Clark, former tight end of Chicago Bears, will also be piping his video in, so we're going to cut to his picks because the NFL picks are not only Diego, myself, but also Desmond Clark. He is the third Pick 'em Pro. So last week, I went 10-6. I called the Packers. I called the Detroit Lions. I called the Jets. You guys, what you and Des go? I think you and Des had the same record last week.
I can't remember.
You can't remember. Okay. Well, I seem to be able to remember. Seems like you guys went 7-9. That's what I have. Is that what you have?
Maybe not.
Maybe or maybe not. Okay, so I may or may not be up 3 games. There's 16 games this week. We agree on 9. We agree on 9 of the 16 games. And then you are on the island for 3 games. Okay. Des is on the island for 3 games. And I'm only on the island for 1 game. I'm chilling, you know.
Man, I'm risky.
Well, see, y'all having the risk. You guys are having to do all these risky picks because you're trying to make up room.
No,
you know what I
not
mean?
Risky. These picks are not risky.
I don't know. Hey, man, I'm chilling. You know what I mean? I did my work. You know, I came out the gate, and I don't have to do all this. You guys are making some crazy picks. You're just going to get an even bigger deficit. You do realize that, right?
No.
Yeah, you're going to get an even bigger deficit. All right, well, let's get into the game. Let's start with the 9 that we agree on, and then we'll go to what we disagree on. So what's the first game that we all agree on?
All right, so first game is Vikings at Eagles. We all got the Eagles. It's gonna be hard to win in Philly, and the Vikings coming off look like they're on the downstroke, losing at home to Tampa Bay.
Okay.
So I think it's a gimme for the Eagles.
Yeah, so that's the Thursday night game.
Yep.
That's the first one. That's the kickoff game. Yeah, we got to go with the Eagles, man. Eagles, are a good team this year. They, stumbled a little bit with the Patriots, but I think the Eagles are definitely going to take care of business. But that's going to put the Vikings in an 0-2 deficit since they lost that first game. So I think that's going to probably be the story of this season for the Vikings. They won a lot of tight games last year. Now this year, I look for them to probably lose a lot of tight games. That's normally how that rolls. But yeah, we got the Eagles in game 1 on Thursday night. All right, what's the second game, man?
All right, next game is Raiders at Bills.
Okay,
We all got
Raiders
the
at
Bills in this one. I mean, the Raiders are on the downstroke, even though they won on the road in Denver. It was by 1 point though, and I think the Bills are going to be hungry to get a win after that Monday Night Football loss.
Yeah, so you got the Bill, coming off of that loss, they're going to have to bounce back. So, definitely have that. So did the Raiders win last week?
Yeah, they won at Denver.
Okay, so the Raiders won last week at Denver. So, I think the Raiders will be 1-1. Bills will be 1-1 after this matchup. Okay, what's the next one? What's the third one?
All right, next game is Packers versus Falcons.
Ooh.
We all got the Packers.
We do. Y'all had the Packers? Y'all are okay. Well, none of y'all on the Packers last week.
So
I had to show you what was up.
Can you let me elaborate on this?
Okay, go ahead.
So, last week I thought that this is a big rivalry game. Packers Bears is an old rivalry, and I thought the Bears were gonna could at least win by a little bit at home. I mean, that's not asking a lot.
Yeah.
To beat the Packers first game without Aaron Rodgers, for them to win a home game against the Green Bay. I don't think that'd be too, but apparently it is.
Nice.
And the Packers are still a really good team. And that is the reason I think that they're going to go in Atlanta. And Atlanta was pretty happy last week from the win against the Panthers. I don't think it's going to last for long. So,
I'm happy that you and Des realized just how great the Green Bay Packers are. That's great. I'm happy about that. Jordan Love's going to be the next Hall of Fame quarterback. That's what the Green Bay Packers do. They spin out Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Jordan Love is just the next one. Bears wish they could do that. All right.
Okay,
yeah.
it's one game.
So
y'all the whole thing. Anything can happen. All right. Next game is Seahawks versus Lions.
Game 4. Okay.
And we all got the Lions at home. The first home game is going to be packed. There's going to be a lot of energy in the stadium.
Yes, it will.
Season tickets are at an all-time high.
Yep.
And just people are excited.
Detroit.
And people are excited about the Lions again.
Okay.
The Seahawks, this would put them at a shocking 0-2 place. But I mean, that's just how it goes.
Yeah,
So
we got the Seahawks. Yeah, we got the Detroit Lions. Yeah, again, this is another one, y'all, where I had to show them the way. They didn't believe in Detroit like I believe in Detroit.
I would have picked Detroit anyway.
I had to show them the way. Detroit was 1-0. Now they're going to be 2-0. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to the fam there. Had to show you guys the way there. But Detroit's definitely going to go ahead and get this. I'm happy you and Des are learning. You guys have learned a lot and improved already. You understand where Detroit is. You understand where Green Bay is. You guys are learning. Okay. So that's what, the fourth game out of 9 that we agree on? Okay. What's the fifth one?
Yeah, the fifth game is a Colts versus Texans.
Ooh, okay.
Battle of the first round QBs.
yes.
Anthony Richardson and CJ Stroud.
That's in Houston, right?
Yeah, it's in Houston, and we're all going with the home team, the Texans.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the only reason why. These two teams are very evenly matched, I think, and the Texans have the home field advantage, so I'm going with them.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I agree with you on all points. I'm sure Des does as well. Houston being at home. Houston, I think they're a little better than what people think. So they'll be a tough out for many teams. I mean, they gave the Ravens tough time in that first half. And that's, my pick to win the Super Bowl. So I think you're going to see after this week that Houston is going to be a little tougher than what we thought.
Were the Ravens going 110%?
Well, you know, the star players don't play training camp anymore, so week 1 is really like preseason for a lot of these teams, so you really just want to get out. You want to get out with the win. You want to try to get out healthy, and that's really the main goal for week 1. Yeah, they weren't at full strength, but they're getting there. All right. So what's the 6th game out of 9?
6th game is 49ers at Rams. We all got the 49ers.
Okay.
Should be a pretty solid game here because it looks like the Rams are not going out easy.
Yeah.
Matthew Stafford is still trying to do some big things.
Okay.
And Aaron Donald and that solid defense. So, but the Niners have owned the Rams in the past.
Mm-hmm.
They always beat the Rams. That's just the thing they're gonna do. So I'm gonna stick with the Niners.
Okay. All right. Yeah, sticking with the Niners. They look good week 1.
Yeah.
And they look good. That was your pick. You picked them to go to the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So Niners, they're looking good. Yeah, I think they'll definitely take care of business against the division rival there and come out 2-0. All right.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Next one is the Zack Attack New York Jets at the Dallas Cowboys.
Ooh. Okay.
So yeah, we all got the Cowboys here.
Yes. Yes. We definitely had the Cowboys.
The Cowboys are at home.
Okay.
Pretty much every advantage the Jets have, which is the defense, really, and the run game, and the special teams. The Cowboys have all that, but arguably they have all that, but with a better offense.
Yeah.
So and they got home.
That's
field.
a great. Yeah,
so
that's a great way.
We got Cowboys.
Yeah, we definitely had the Cowboys. And again, this is where Monday night didn't even matter as far as me getting the chain back because Dez had the Giants beating the Cowboys. So yeah, Dez, I'm bringing up old stuff. You had the Giants beating the Cowboys, and oh my goodness, you could not have been any more incorrect on that one as they got blown out 40-0 at home. And the Cowboys, I have them going to the Super Bowl. So see, I'm looking good. Looking good after week 1. All right, okay. What's the next one that we all agree on?
My next game is Commanders at Broncos.
Okay.
We all got the Broncos.
Okay.
I think Russell Wilson and Deshaun Payton, even though he didn't get the win, shockingly didn't get the win, at home against the Las Vegas Raiders team. I don't know what direction they're going in. But I think, but they're at home again.
Yeah.
So I think that they can get the job done against a Commanders team that's kind of, if they have a really good defense, which is going to be hard to face, but I think they got too much firepower.
They're going to have to get, and being at home, Denver's going to have to get this one, against the Commanders. And Commanders are going to be a tough out, but this is one that Denver, if they want to have any chance of getting anywhere near the playoffs, they're going to definitely have to get this one because the schedule is going to get more tough. I think Sean Payton, Russell Wilson, they find a way to get this one. So I don't know. My spidey senses, I feel like going on an island for this one, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna stick with Denver on this one. I'm not gonna go out on a limb. I don't have to do all that. I'm chilling this week. All right. So do we have it? And is that one? When is that game played?
That's a 4:00 game.
Okay, that's a 4:00 game. Okay. Do we have any more that we agree on?
Yep, the Sunday night.
The last one.
Game.
This is the 9th one that we agree on.
The 9th one, Sunday night game.
Okay.
Dolphins at Patriots. We all got the Dolphins.
Oh, okay, yeah, we all agree. Okay, yeah.
Stealing one on the road against the Patriots. It's going to be a tough one because the Patriots are always going to be a tough out at home.
Yes.
And Mac Jones looked very good, throwing for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So he's looking to redeem himself, but the Dolphins have so much firepower.
Yeah.
And it's just going to be so hard to overcome. Like the first drive, I saw him do it to Tyreek for like 30 yards, then Waddle for 30. They're just running past everyone. Then Tua throw for 500, like almost 500 and 3 TDs.
Good.
So, I'm gonna go with the Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins are looking good. And Tyreek Tyreek Waddle, got Mostert in the backfield. I should have played Mostert. I should have started him in my fantasy leagues. But, oh, by the way, side note, playing in 3 fantasy leagues. You know, we had all our rankings for fantasy. Played in 3 leagues, won in all 3 leagues. And 2 of those 3 leagues, I scored the most points. So I'm first overall in 2 of these leagues, including the 2 that we're in together. I'm totally first place in both of those. And then the other one, I'm not in first, but I won, so undefeated there. So anyway, just a side note, just wanted to mention that as we're talking Miami, because I do have Tyreek in one of my leagues. But yeah, Miami's going to get this and go 2-0. All right, well, let's get to the games that we disagree on. So we've already covered 9 games quickly on our commute home. We've got 7 more games to cover. So you're on the island for 3, Des on the island for 3, and I'm on the island for 1. So what are we doing? The 3 that you're on the island for?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So tell us when the games are being played too. So let's really pump these 3 games up. What games are you on the island for? Because you were only on the island for 1 game last week. Now you're on 3. So you're picking all crazy.
So I'm not okay. So these are reasonable picks.
Okay.
And I don't know why either of you guys are not picking these teams. It's kind of blasphemous to me. So
what you got?
All right. So the first game. I got Ravens versus Bengals, a 1 p.m. game. I'm picking the Bengals at home. I cannot believe any of you do not have the Bengals. I just do not believe it because so you talked about Week 1 being sort of like a preseason.
Yeah.
Again, like people were all on the Bengals, and now after 1 week, you're like, oh, the Bengals suck. They're not going to do anything. But
nobody's saying that.
But I think people are thinking that, and that's why they're not picking them to beat the Ravens. At home. I mean, come on. I think none of you had this.
Okay.
This
well, you want to know why? First of all, I picked the Ravens to win the division. Okay, so
that's good for you.
So this has nothing to do with how awful the Bengals looked last week. Okay, number 1. Number 2, I picked the Ravens to win the Super Bowl. So, hey, I'm on the Ravens.
So what you're saying is that the only reason you're picking the Ravens is because you wanna prove your point that they're gonna win the Super Bowl, and you're gonna pick them in pretty much every game.
I think that's the only reason you're picking the Bengals. Who did you pick to win the Super Bowl?
I'm picking them because they're at home, and I think they're better than the Ravens.
You're picking them because you picked them to win the Super Bowl, and they're down 0-1, and you know they'll go down 0-2. Then woo!
I'm picking them because they're at home. They're at home.
Okay.
And I think they're better than the Ravens. That's why.
All right. Well, curious to know what Dez's thoughts are on this one. So.
Diego, I really can't. You know, you made some good choices here. The Bengals, I don't necessarily disagree with that. I think it's a good pick. I think that the Bengals, you know, they always have a tough time with Cleveland for whatever reason that is. And I think they're a good team. And, of course, you got them going to the Super Bowl, so I see why you picked them. I have no beef with that. But I think that they will pull off the upset. So that's one of my sleepers for this week.
Right. So that's the one game that you're on the island for. You're on the island for 2 more. Talk to us about these other 2. What's the next one?
We got another 1 p.m. game. The Kansas City Chiefs.
Oh, my God.
Reigning Super Bowl champions. At Jacksonville Jaguars.
Yes, I can't wait for
Chiefs.
this. Yeah.
And I don't know why any of you don't have the Chiefs.
Yeah, it's clear. You have the Chiefs because you've been a Chief homer.
Okay. But did I pick them to win the Super Bowl?
No. You didn't pick them to win the Super Bowl, but you might as well have. You didn't pick them to win the Super Bowl, and you're scared about them going 0-2. So you're picking them.
No, I'm not, because I think they're better than Jacksonville, and Jacksonville, and it's like because I think Kadarius Toney is going to work on his hands. He's going to do a lot of catching drills.
On his hands. Okay.
He's going to do a lot of catching drills.
Okay.
And get some better gloves.
Okay. All right.
All that, but and Travis Kelce might be coming back because Travis Kelce makes a big difference in that offense. And then Chris Jones is back.
You have him back.
He's going to be sacking Trevor Lawrence.
I hope he's in shape.
So he said he's been working out twice a day, like in some place all off season.
Okay,
and
someplace.
he's going to be ready.
Okay.
So that's why I got the Chiefs.
Okay.
Maybe bag full.
All right, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. All right, but nah, man. Got Jacksonville. This is in Jacksonville. You got to come to Big Bad Jacksonville. That amazing stadium that they're renovating, and that home crowd that they've got. They're gonna be fired up because
okay,
wait.
They do not have a home crowd. That is one thing they do not have.
Yeah.
Okay, the Jacksonville Jaguars are a really good team, and they are a contender. But they do not have a home crowd. That's the only thing. The Panthers don't have a home crowd.
They are
I'll
coming.
admit it.
They're like the University of Colorado football team. They're on their way. You know what I'm saying? They were dormant, and now they're coming back. They're going to be fired up with the Chiefs in town. They're mad about that playoff loss, and they're going to come in and get their revenge. Oh, yeah.
Well, that's not going to be it.
Oh, yeah.
They'll be like, oh, yeah, we got revenge. And then the people just going, okay, just be there. That's
Well,
just because they're a better team.
Again, curious to know Dez's thoughts on this one. So.
Diego, the Chiefs versus the Jaguars. I went back and forth on this game, and I really feel like it could go either way. But I think that Jacksonville got something to prove after last year. They really have something to prove. The quarterback is going to be playing lights out. I think he's going to be one of the better quarterbacks, a top 7, top 6, maybe a top 5 quarterback this year. He has something to prove, and I believe that they're going to prove that against the Kansas City Chiefs. Nothing against Kansas City, man. They are one of the best teams, and if they win, I wouldn't be surprised, but I'm not going with them. I'm going with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So good luck, Diego. I'm lying. I'm not wishing you good luck. I hope you lose.
All right, what's the third one that you are on the island for this?
The last one, I don't see why any of you are on my side with this. This one especially. This is Browns versus Steelers Monday night.
Oh yeah, you are crazy on this one. I don't know what you smoking. We need to have you tested. What grade are you in? You smoking already? Wow. Yeah, you tripping on this one. Go ahead. You are tripping on this one. Go ahead, man. You good? The Pittsburgh Steelers. Do you see how awful they look? They're terrible.
Well, they're playing the San Francisco 49ers. Okay. And now they're playing the Cleveland Browns.
Now they're playing the Cleveland Browns. You see how amazing Cleveland is?
Okay, they played the Bengals, who never play good defense. That's just what they do. Okay. So now the Steelers.
Stop touching my chain. Don't touch my chain. This is the chain for the winners. So no, you can't. No. You can't touch the chain.
I got Steelers because the Steelers are at home. And Monday Night Football, this is going to be a big stage. Okay. And I think the Browns might have a little hangover from that win at the Bengals. So I believe in them. They got some pieces.
I think you have a hangover. That's the only hangover I'm seeing.
Y'all like the Browns are some amazing team.
Yeah, Browns are legit. They are legit. They got that defense. Deshaun Watson's is back now. He's got some games under his belt. He's got a full training camp. Man, Chubb in the backfield, and they're ready. I don't know. I got Cleveland, so Dez and I have Cleveland clearly on this one. So we'll get Dez's take on why he is picking Cleveland.
So the Steelers versus the Browns. The Browns are coming off a huge victory last week, but they usually always play well against the Bengals. But now they're playing up against the Steelers. The Steelers did not look good at all. And I know they played against San Francisco, but it's the Steelers. You expect them to come out and compete and not lay down and get mollywopped like they did. And so for that reason, I don't know if this is the same Steeler team that we've been used to over the last 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. They go all the way back. They've always been a competitive team. I don't know if we're going to see that from them this year. And that's why I got the Steelers losing this game.
All right. So next, we've got the three that Dez is on the island for. We have his commentary on these 3 games. So Diego, why don't you call these games out? Just give your take. I'll go, and then we'll get Dez's take on these games. So what's the first one that he's on the island
well,
for?
First one, he's got Chargers versus Titans, a 1 p.m. game.
Okay.
He's got the Titans in this game.
What? Over the Chargers?
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, both these teams are coming off week 1 loss, pretty devastating week 1 losses.
Dez, you are reaching, my man. Yeah, look.
The Titans are at home, but
Man, Dez, look. I know you went 7-9 last week, and that was an under 500 record. I know there's some embarrassment in that. I understand that. But, man, to pick Tennessee over the Chargers, man, you really, really reach. You're just going to dig a bigger hole. You know, you can't. It's one of those things. You can't throw good money after bad. If you make a bad investment, you just have to eat that. You know what I'm saying? You can't then try to overcompensate and throw good money and try to make it right. Some things you just can't make it right. Week 1 is week 1. It's what it was. I blew y'all out. That's just what it was. You can't make up for that. So, Dez, here, let's hear Dez's take on why in the world he is picking Tennessee to beat the LA Chargers.
So I'm on an island here with the Tennessee Titans. I know that Tennessee, you know, they didn't win last week, but I did pick the New Orleans Saints to win last week. But I think that this Titans team is a really good team. It's just hard to win in New Orleans, especially week 1 when you're still trying to get your rhythm. And I think that they may have got their rhythm together, even though they're going all the way out west to play those Chargers. That's the only thing I'm a little worried about. But I think with that running game of the Tennessee Titans, I believe they control this game, keep it a lower scoring game, and don't let the San Diego Chargers march up and down the field with that potent offense that they have. And, of course, Derrick Henry, he will be the reason why the Tennessee Titans pull this one out.
All right. Woo, I don't know what that does. So we're going to take your word for that. All right, we're going to move on, man. Again, I think you're throwing good money after bad. But we're going to move on to this second pick that you're on the island for because you're on the roll, Dez. What's the second game that Dez is on the island?
This next one is interesting. It's a 4 p.m. game. It's Giants at Cardinals. And he is picking the Arizona Cardinals.
Dez, dude, what you doing, man? Dez, you're going to be down about 20 games after 2 weeks. Wow, this is going to be sad, Dez. This is going to be really sad, but okay. Wow, so you got anything to say on this, man?
Well, I mean, the fans are very passionate.
Okay, the passionate Arizona Cardinals
but
fans.
The Cardinals are playing for the #1 pick, and they're not trying to win.
No.
So that is why I got the Giants, and they want to, you know, the Giants want to keep some dignity about themselves after that 40-0 loss.
Giants are gonna come in steaming. They're gonna come in and try to get this win. Definitely a winnable game. So they're going all out. See the Giants winning this game. It's 4:00 game Eastern time. And but hey, let's go to Dez. I'm sure he's got some crazy reason why he has the Arizona Cardinals winning this one. He thinks he's seeing something that everybody else doesn't. He's going to gain the game on us. No, he's not. But hey, here's Dez's take on this game.
The Cardinals versus the Giants. Who would pick the Giants after they lose 40-0? That was the worst game of the week last week. And you two think they're going to bounce back and beat somebody this week? That's the most embarrassing team of the week. And I actually picked them last week. Won't make that mistake twice. I don't care who they were playing this week. I would have picked anybody against the New York Giants. It just so happened to be the Arizona Cardinals. So give me Arizona for the victory.
All right. Woo. Okay, Dez. Good luck, man. That's the second one that he's on the island for. All right. Let's go to the third and final game that Dez is on the island for, and then we're going to go to my game, and we'll be done here. What's the last game that Dez is on an island for?
All right. The last game is the other Monday Night Football game.
Oh, gosh.
That is the home debut of one #1 overall pick, whose name happens to be Bryce Young. But for some reason, he is picking the Saints to walk into Carolina and stomp on Bryce Young's debut. I don't get it. I think he's a Panthers hater. Like, I hope the energy of the fan base.
There's a little bit of Panther hate.
I think he's a hater.
Yeah, I think so. A little bit of hate on that, Dez. Get that hate out your heart, Dez. So yeah, man. I got the Panthers on this with you, man. They're at home. Crowd's gonna be fired up. It's Monday Night Football. We're coming at you from North Cackalack. definitely going with the home team. Hopefully, we're not being homers on this one, but I think the Carolina Panthers are going to pull this one out. So I've been pretty hot. If I put my stamp on this one, I think you can count on the Panthers getting this one. But hey, let's hear Dez's take on why he's picking the New Orleans Saints to come into Carolina and beat us. How they going to come in and beat us, Dez?
The New Orleans Saints, they came through for me last week, and they will come through for me again this week against the Patriots. I just like Derek Carr. I like New Orleans Saints. I like the DNA of that team. I don't know. It's always something every year about New Orleans Saints that I always tend to gravitate to. And no, they haven't been a playoff team year in and year out over the last few years. But with Derek Carr there, I think that was the missing piece that they needed, is a quarterback who can take care of the ball and who is a true leader. I think they have that. And the Patriots, hey, man, I think we've seen the last of the glory years of the Patriots. I see this team being a below 500 team this year because they plan in the toughest division in the NFL, maybe the toughest division in the NFL. So give me the Saints over the Patriots. Bill Belichick, it's almost time to check out. You might have another year or two to ride those 6 Super Bowls, but after another year or two, I think it's time for Bill Belichick to let somebody else take over the reins. And I think the New Orleans Saints ain't going to do him any favors in week number 2 with bringing back the glory days. It's over. And New Orleans Saints is going to make sure that they put the stamp on it. That's my pick.
All right, so that's Dez's take on that one. All right, and we got one more game, okay? The 16th game here. The one game that I'm on an island for. I got these guys running scared. I got to run scared, y'all. I'm only on an island for once, so they copying all my stuff, only letting me have one little game to myself because they don't want me to get out to any more of a lead. But what they don't know is all these wild picks that they're making is just going to put them in a deeper hole. But anyway, what's the one game I got, man?
For some reason, you got the Chicago Bears, who embarrassed themselves last week with Justin Fields, who I think it's going to be proven that they blew it trading Bryce Young to get DJ Moore. But anyways, they're playing the Buccaneers on the road. Going into Tampa.
On the road.
For some reason, you have the Chicago Bears.
On the road. Yes. I have the Chicago Bears. Shout out to Uncle Dwayne. I got the Chicago Bears going into Tampa and getting this game. One of the reasons I have them is because it's going to be so sweet. By Dez being one of the Chicago Bear greats, he doesn't believe in his Bears. And here it is. I'm coming in, picking them, and they're going to win. Okay. And it's going to make them sick. Oh, it's going to make them sick.
So what I'm hearing is, the only reason you're picking the Bears is so you can make Dez and all the Bears fans who have gave up on the Bears just feel sick. I don't really think you believe they're going to win. You just doing it for the amusement.
I'm doing it for the amusement, but I also actually think they're going to win. I think they're going to win. They're due. I don't think the Bears are as bad as they looked then, and I don't think Tampa is as good as they look. So this is a classic. This is a classic week 2 overreaction. Dez is emotional on this. He's given up. If you looked at his LinkedIn post, he's all emotional about his Bears. I'm gonna scoop in and I'm just gonna press that wound and make him even more emotional. And now for the rest of the season, he's not gonna know how to pick for the Bears. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful. Oh, it's gonna be beautiful, man. So yeah, we gotta definitely hear Dez's take on this and why he's going against his own Bears. I don't understand that, Dez. I thought you were a Chicago Bear.
All right, Derek. You won last week. Yeah, 10-6. But did you see the same game that I seen? Green Bay versus the Bears? And I was in Chicago. Luckily, I wasn't at the game, but I was so close to it that, man, I could smell the stench from that team from where I was about 30 miles away from it. And the Bears, they don't look like they're a good team. I'm not saying that the Bucs are like the Super Bowl contenders they have been in the past 2 or 3 years, but the Bucs are a way better team than the Bears, and I'm just surprised that you would even pick the Bears. I guess you had to, I don't know, do something, make some type of pick that was controversial, and this is your controversial pick. I don't see any other reason why you would pick the Bears after they looked so pathetic against the Green Bay Packers last week. But yeah, they coming down here to good old Florida, where I'm at right now, and they will get beat by the Tampa Bay Bucks.
All right, man. Well, hey, wow, man, we blew through these a little quicker today, driving home. So we may do more like this. Check us out. Let us know in the comments, hey, you like us doing this on the road. Again, it helps us cut time. So, we may do more of these shows on the road. May even just impromptu have some more shows where we just turn the camera on and tell you our thoughts on what's going on in the sports world. So kind of makes it easy for us to knock two things out at once with as crazy as things are. But anyway, man, I'm excited for these week 2 games. We got to figure out where we're going to get breakfast. We got to plan the whole weekend out, man.
Yeah.
We did it up pretty nice on week 1. We had brunch, we had wings, we did the whole thing, man. It was just great. Definitely recovering from that food coma from week 1. And now that we're coming out of that, I think we can now finally start to think about food again, and we can plan out how we're going to attack week 2. You got any requests on what you want to try to get?
Oh man, well, there's so many. I don't know if I want to go barbecue, wings again, Asian, whatever.
Yeah,
so many great options.
So many options. We'll let y'all know what we end up doing. We end up putting it on social. Check us out on all our social handles. All the social handles are The Pick'em Pros. Check us out there. Shout out to everybody that supports the show. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. If you haven't subscribed, what's wrong with you? You got to subscribe. We give you all this great content. You got to subscribe and check us out. All right. Well, we're going to get on out of here. We got a big game to catch. We'll see y'all next week. Enjoy the games. Enjoy sports. Enjoy family. Until next week, you know how we do. Pick 'em Pros.